You know what's the best thing is that some people they are absolutely correct in the way that they are guessing why I am late today. So Bogdan, is it just espresso not ready? Elio, Beppe haven't drink the espresso. It's true. I was late because I had a problem with the machine of the espresso. I was pushing the button and the coffee was not coming. So I had to take everything out. That's why I'm late. I'm sorry. Ciao Juventini of the world. My name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel and also welcome to Romeo. Come va, Rom?
Ciao Beppe, ciao everyone. I couldn't have been happier.
You are happy.
Yeah, of course, joking, but you know, uh, I was very happy a few days ago to be at the Palalpi Tour. Then we talk about that. Of course, now I'm a little bit scared of what will happen with Fagioli. So I don't know. I don't know how to answer this question, but of course, I'm happy to be with you and with our friends from everywhere.
From the world. From the world. On the planning today, of course, we will start speaking about Fagioli, but then I want to come back because Romeo was live in Torino, if I'm not wrong. He was in the Trophies Temple that has been inaugurated. Then he was in the Pala Alpi Tour with a beautiful evening of Bianconeri. We will speak about Mercato today. I have some questions from Rom that I already prepared. And then we can potentially come back on the Derby della Mole and sing also even if it's really long, but we can
better
have,
because we want to talk about pitch stuff.
That's what I wanted as well. Of course, there are other things that we have to speak about. We are obliged, but I saw your live on Juventus when you said, "I'm bored. I am pissed off because I want to speak about football instead of other things."
Yeah,
but it's every time during international break. Juventini, they have to be ready. They have to be ready. Everything can happen.
Yeah. Now we are used to talk about these kind of things, but that's not normal, guys. That's not normal at all. So, as I said at Juventus, I'm a little bit tired, especially because this is our 12 years covering Juventus stuff, and 12 years are 12 years. But that's normal. That's just a period. Of course, we can be stronger. We know that. Our DNA is clear. Our story is clear as well. But of course, right now it's not easy to talk every day about, very dangerous topics.
It is. It is. It's really dangerous also because we don't have the complete information, and saying something wrong is really fast. So you have to pay attention to what you are saying. Do you want to start recapping a bit the news of Fagioli, and then I will add what you are missing, or maybe not, and then we go.
I think it's really easy to answer this question. We have to wait. If we talk about Fagioli, we have to wait the evolution or the potential evolution of the story. Of course, I'm a little bit scared, as I said before, because I think that the risk to lose the Fagioli for some months, it's clear. But we'll see what will happen. It's impossible right now to say that on that. So we have to wait the evolution of this topic. But that's a very dangerous story.
Just to recap a bit, yesterday at 8:08 in the morning, La Stampa, they went out with a notification with the news that there was an open investigation on Fagioli, but immediately people were scared because it was also written Fagioli can risk 3 years of ban suspension. The same title has been reported by some media today, Gazzetta dello Sport, for example. Just to give a bit of technical things of explaining a bit, when you are a football player or a coach, or when you are affiliated to Federazione Italiana Gioco Calcio, you can't have bets, or you can't place bets on Federazione Italiana Gioco Calcio. That means Serie A, Serie B, Serie C, dilettanti. You can't place bets on UEFA related things, so not only the Champions League, but also all the leagues that are linked there, and also FIFA, so national teams, and so on and so on. So you can't. This is impossible, because if you do, you are doing something actually wrong. If you
You're
want
wrong.
to bet, you can do it on other sport. That's not on illegal platforms, but you can do some bets, but on other sport, but especially not football. And what we heard is that Nicolo Fagioli went alone, self-incriminating himself to the Sporting Justice on the 30th of August, if I'm not wrong, to say, yes, this is what I did, this is what I
Yeah,
did. Now,
at the end of the August.
do we know with certainty what is said, or it's just rumors at the moment, what we hear?
The rumors are that he was involved in soccer games,
Football.
in terms of betting. We don't know the games, but according to some info, he was involved in some matches, football, soccer matches.
Yeah. The problem is, if you do this, you know that you will risk a suspension. Is Juventus
sure.
prepared for this, according
think
to
so.
the last rumors? Yeah,
I think so. But in my personal opinion, right now, we must be very close to the person. Then we have to talk about the player. Of course,
I agree.
if that's not easy, especially because maybe we lose our one of the best midfielders. But don't forget that he's very young, and right now we have to try to recover in the best way possible this guy, in terms of human aspect. Then in the future, we'll try to recover the player.
It's, I went also to check a bit the games that he played or didn't play since the beginning of the season. We know that he went publicly to the Sporting Justice on the 30th of August. That was right after match day 2. And then you see that he doesn't play against Empoli as a starter. Actually, that game, he didn't even enter that game against Empoli. He starts from the bench against Lazio, and then he starts on the bench against Sassuolo as well. And he comes back as a starter for Lecce and for Atalanta.
Yeah.
Do you think it's also something that is related to it? Because we were waiting for him to come back from the injury, and that's why we were thinking. But is it also related?
He didn't travel to the US for the preseason because he was recovering from his injury on the
shoulder.
Of course, right now it's very difficult to understand maybe his mind, his impressions. It's very difficult to say something about this private aspect, but I think that it's a little bit impossible to play in the right way mentally. Be focused 100%, because because now we know 100% that at the end of the August he was interviewed. So you have to play 1-2 months. Maybe you don't know what will happen. You know very, very well the risks of your career. So, guys, it's not easy at all. It's not easy at all, and for this reason, as I said, we must be close in the human aspect. We can judge him, of course, because if he did some big mistakes, he has to face the reality.
I agree. On that one, what we can say is that the kind of timing will be quite fast, because if I'm not wrong, they have 60 days from the moment that there is an open public admission. They have 60 days to close the investigation and then come out with a judgment. So I believe that we will have more news on that case around November, and from there we will know a bit more. I have a beautiful message here from Adbin, 23 months as a member on the channel. Ciao to both of us, the gentleman. Happy belated birthday, babe. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you, Adbin. Really appreciate it.
Look, Beppe, I'm not trying to justify.
No.
But of course, we have to understand that Nico is 22. And when you are 22, maybe you can do some mistakes.
Look, I made a video as well this morning, and I said before starting explaining and what was happening, I said the first thing that we have to pay attention is one of us, is our guy. We have not to justify, but we have to protect, we have to wait, and we have to respect. And also thinking about the human side, because he's a kid, and because all of us we have our weaknesses. I believe that the first step is to go and to take responsibility for what you did. I heard a lot of time your videos when we were speaking about Plus Valenza, we were speaking about whatever topic about Paul Pogba, and I love your statement when you're saying, "I'm not here to defend someone or not. I'm not here to say Juventus is 100% clear. Just that if someone did something wrong, they take the responsibility." And I believe that the first step of Nicolo Fagioli going to Sporting Justice to explain is the right step towards the right direction. And here we're not speaking about Juve, we are speaking about a person. Am I correct with that?
That's yeah. I am totally agree with you, Beppe.
We heard about Tonali and Zaniolo also.
Another tough day for both, because I don't. Maybe it's better if you translate that, because oggi entrambi sono stati raggiunti dalle forze dell'ordine incaricate dalla Procura di Torino, e sono anche loro due da oggi ufficialmente under investigation, indagati per il caso scommesse. Poi io, Beppe, quello che ti chiedo, I want to know your opinion about that, because Fagioli, now Tonali and Zaniolo, who next? And why? So there is a strategy, because they were involved potentially, I don't know, in a, an individual topic with maybe bad pair. I don't know, because I don't understand why in 2 days 3 players, and maybe tomorrow we have other fresh news about this topic. What's your opinion about that, Beppe? Because it's a strange situation.
It is really strange. Look, first of all, I will translate what you said. That today there was the law enforcement, the police that were with the prosecutors of Torino. We know it. They went to the training center of Italian national team to open an investigation officially with the two players, Tonali and Zaniolo. And they spoke about it. And after hearing them, because of the not stable mind of the players, they left the national team, so they are not playing against Malta, they will not be there against England. The two players have been dismissed and they are at home. They are not at the moment guilty, they were just heard, because the investigation is really open. There are two things that is really crazy. It's the timing. Why does it come again on an international break if there were already hearings and public admission on the 30th of August? That's one. Why now? Because August, and now we are in October. It's like 6 weeks, and we didn't hear anything about it official. So that's my big question. And then when you say suddenly it's like one after the other, I'm really scared for a big domino effect, because if it's an isolated case, if it's Fagioli, but it could have been whoever, huh?
Because Beppe, to be honest, yesterday I was thinking that maybe it was an isolated case. Today we have 2 big news, because Sandro Tonali and Nicolo Zaniolo are 2 big players.
I agree.
So the question is, maybe they all were in the same case. I don't know. Of course, we have to understand the evolution of the story. But I'm a little bit scared in terms of Italian football. But, Tonali right now, and Fagioli and Zaniolo too, they are 2 players in the Premier League. But I don't know, because I'm scared that maybe there will be other names.
Because you can possibly open a Pandora box.
Yeah.
You open the Pandora box and then you find 1, 2, 3. And then system calcio again, that is hit again with a big that can be a really big scandal. I don't want to go.
I think that Beppe, maybe that's the direction.
Yeah, because I don't want to go towards again, too far ahead. But it's true that if it's an isolated thing, it's one. If you're starting with these three players, because it's important names that we are speaking about, it can be really dangerous. So that's why speaking too much can be now dangerous, ragazzi. I agree with
It's very
Barbara.
disappointing. I agree.
It is disappointing, of course.
Of course, because now I repeat, I want to understand first of all the evolution of the stories because we don't know. They are just under investigation, so they are not guilty.
Guilty
At the moment. They are not guilty at the moment. You have to prove that.
Yeah.
But you are very rich. You are a player. You are young. You can have everything from the life. Why?
Yeah, Ram. You could say the same about people that are smoking cigarettes. You are young, you are healthy, you have everything. Why are you smoking? Why? Because I believe also I'm not justifying, absolutely not, because you can't justify, and because it's a sickness. Playing gaming is
Playing
it's an
compulsive
addiction.
addiction. If you
But
are,
Ram, when you are, I believe, more you have in terms of money, in terms of situation, more you have temptations. I believe, because I have no money, for example. Well, I don't go to casino online because I have no money. So the less money that I have, the small money I have, I will keep it. When you have too much, you have bigger temptations. You know that players, they can't go wherever they want. There are a lot of time at home because they can't go at the restaurant, at the bar. So you have, I believe, more temptation. And today with the online world, it can be. And again,
but Beppe, when you are a professional player, you have to avoid just two things: doping
and
and game,
internet.
and gambling. Two
No, no,
things,
no.
not
You're correct.
100. Two.
Moment of weakness, stress, too much time. I don't know. I don't know because I'm not in that situation, so I'm not even saying it's correct or not. I'm just trying to understand the origin. But it's true. I saw a lot of people, the reaction of a lot of people in the chat as well, where why are you doing it? You have everything. You have talent. You receive a gift from God. You have the opportunity to play at Juventus. So now I'm not saying that he started at Juventus. Maybe he started, in another moment of his. I don't know, but for us, it's difficult to understand. And probably even if you have the correct answer, the art house will still be the same. Why? It's a big question. Why? Anyway,
I don't know, guys. It's impossible to understand. Maybe because we are not rich. I'm not rich. Maybe someone is rich in the chat. And when you live under pressure with a lot of money, maybe you want money. Maybe you want just to enjoy the moment. But of course, as I said, when you are a professional player, you have to avoid just two things, not 100 things. So that's it, guys. I hope that Nicolò will come back stronger in terms of human aspect, because, of course, I'm disappointed that maybe we'll lose him for a few months. I hope.
No.
But of course, now I hope that we can be very close to this guy, especially because if you did that mistakes, that means that you need to be helped.
Arnold is saying he let himself and the team down. Well, first of all, himself. Then the team is a consequence. And that's why I wanted to go for worst case scenario. He's banned for until the end of the season. Let's say in November, I checked also the games. We have 8 games from November to the end of December. 8 games. And if I'm not wrong, in these 8 games, we have Napoli, we have Inter, we have, let me check. We have, November, Fiorentina, Cagliari, Inter, Monza, Napoli, Genoa, Frosinone, Roma, before the first day of Mercato is open. That's 8 games with 4 big teams.
I want to be positive.
I want
to be positive. I think that we'll be able to win the games that we have to win. Of course, we are not in the same level with AC Milan, Inter, and Napoli, in my personal opinion, but now they have a lot of problems there. But I'm pretty sure that Beppe will be able to win the games that we have to win. Of course, now we have to push on McKennie maybe as a mezzala. So we have to push on Weah on the right side. We have to give the minutes to Nicolussi. But we have to try to find the right balance until the next transfer window. Then, of course, we have to sign at least one player, one midfielder.
Cecilia is saying, do you think that the team will be affected by this mentally?
But now we are used to these kind of things, unfortunately. So we know perfectly what we have to do after the break. But I agree. I totally agree, because, every break we have a bad story. But unfortunately, guys, now we are used to these situations. So.
Look, we played against Torino. We played with Weston McKennie as a midfielder, Miretti as a second striker, because there was no Chiesa, there was no Dusan Vlahovic. Weah on the right side. Do you see McKennie now being the starter in that midfield with Locatelli and Rabiot?
We have Miretti, and I think that for Allegri, and he showed that Miretti is a starter. But I think that we have to push on West, especially because he has the right experience to play important matches. I want to be positive. That will be a big chance for him, for Fabio to continue to improve, for maybe Hans, if we will get minutes. I hope so, because Hans is a very good player. And then we have to do the right choice during the next transfer window to find the right profile. I hope a long-term profile, so to open a future with this player in terms of midfield.
I have 8 players for Mercato.
8. Yeah, 8
players.
Samardzic.
Wait. With 4 for the winter, 4 for the summer. Okay, I will give you them, and then you will tell me a bit what you think. But first, and we close the chapter of Fagioli. Rabiot has already 4 yellow cards.
The next one will be.
The next one is squalifica. So, who do you play without Rabiot?
Guys,
what is the midfield without Rabiot? I want to know.
In Italy, we say non puoi fare calcoli.
It's true. You can't make predictions. It's true.
Now we have a few midfielders, and we have to play with these midfielders. Adrien has the right experience to manage himself, and that's it. You non puoi fare calcoli.
I have an interesting question before Mercato about Joe, because it's correct. And Joe is saying the league is taking money from sponsorship, from a sports betting site, and so on. On the shirts, but not only Serie A. Different leagues are sponsored from a betting site and so on. Then in saying, not sure why everyone is surprised when this happens. That's a big topic that you're opening here, because what is correct, what is not correct. Because in a way, you are influencing people to bet, and then when they are betting, you say it's not a good example.
That's it. We have a lot of partnership in terms of betting and something like that. But you know that there is a rule. There is a rule, and you have to accept that.
The 8 names. Okay, for the winter, I have 4.
Yeah.
Thuram.
Too expensive.
Manu Kone from Mönchengladbach.
Very good player, but I don't know who is.
Samardzic, I know it's your favorite one.
My favorite target.
Højbjerg, Tottenham. So
Good
when
player. Good
you
and
have
decent
these
player.
four names, what do you think about I know that your preference is Samardzic. I know you're a big
We
fan.
have to understand in terms of strategy what Juventus want, because if you want a mezzala, so Diarra of Strasbourg, Samardzic, I don't know very well Kone, his skills. Højbjerg is a different player.
It's a different player.
First of all, we have to understand the profile. Then, of course, we understand much better.
Oh, AG think Danilo in the midfield. Do you think we'll see this happen?
No.
I remember he played like one game there. I believe it was still with Pirlo, not with Allegri. I think he played there with Pirlo. So no Danilo in the midfield.
You said that how many matches we have before Christmas time?
From November, from November to
8.
8.
8. So I think that in that 8 matches we can play without problem with Miretti, McKennie, and Nicolussi. Don't panic, guys. Don't panic.
And then you believe that Juventus will go for one of these 4 players?
Maybe. You know, when you talk about the market in October, it's too early. But I think that someone of this list Juventus are following.
And then I have 4.
But I want Samardzic, Beppe.
I know you want
Beppe,
Samardzic.
you are the official host of Juventus Twitch. So do something to try to sign this player.
You know, with Udinese, you know how it works. Huh?
Do you like Beppe Samardzic? Do you like?
I really like Samardzic. I remember in the summer when we were speaking about different players, I said Samardzic is the guy. Then, of course, I love Kefren Thuram a lot, but you have an advantage with Samardzic. First of all, the price, because it's cheaper than the other one. Secondly, he knows the league. He also in big form. You see it at Udinese. He's doing really, really well. My fears are that Udinese are really not in a beautiful position at the moment. And that can be difficult to let him go. But they were
money. With the right money, everyone could be sold.
What is the price of Samardzic? 25?
Around 25?
For 25, I believe it's worth the investment.
For 25, I do that tomorrow morning. I go to Udine with my car. I take a Samardzic.
And you bring him to Torino.
I bring him to Turin.
How far is Udine?
A lot. Around 5-6 hours with the car.
One ride, and then you have to come
12
back.
Years drive. I will do that without problem. For you, I will do that, guys.
Grande. So I will sign Samardzic, and you will go and you will bring him.
Beppe, close your eyes. Samardzic, Locatelli, and Rabiot. Until the end of the season, is a very good midfield.
It's really beautiful. I told you, I like Thuram a lot, but Thuram, you know what's the problem? I watched him a lot at Nice. He loves to play on the left side. So then, and then you have to make choices. You have to adapt Rabiot to the right side. And, it's again adapting.
Yeah.
But you know who is the name? Højbjerg, no. But there is the name of Kone. And that guy from Mönchengladbach, I think this guy can be out of nowhere. The surprise. Because Samardzic, we know. Thuram, we know. Højbjerg, he had already a bigger career. I think
Beppe, we bought
in
our recent story one player from Borussia Mönchengladbach, Denis Zakaria.
6 months.
And they went. So I don't know, because according to some people, Kone is a very good player. To be honest, I watched him in 2 times, I think. I don't know. I would like maybe to sign a player who knows already the Serie A.
You have him in your
name?
In your
I have one name, Samardzic.
You have him in the fantasy league?
No, because it was too expensive.
Already, you see. Oh, and then I tell you 4 names for the future. Arthur Vermeeren, by the way, he's in the 25 still of Golden Ball. Golden Awards, Golden Ball.
Yeah, Golden Boy.
Which is really, really good because he's 18. Habib Diarra, Mamadou Diawara, and Ryan Cherki. Is there a name there that we can already say this is impossible? Because Cherki, I know he needs to do that step up now.
But when will expire his contract? In 2024?
I don't know because now he's 20, but that's a good question.
Maybe. Let me check.
But you know what's the problem with Cherki? It's a total different player of everything that we need.
His contract with Lyon will expire in 2025. No. I don't know, Beppe, because there were some rumors about Diarra, and they can confirm that Juventus were following him in the last month, and there was a big offer from Wolverhampton, around 26 million euro. So that means it's very expensive. But all these players, Beppe, are good, present or future. Of course, now I was joking with Samardzic. I hope that there will be a serious contender. But I don't know. Who is injury prone, guys? Who is injury prone? Cherki?
I think they're speaking about Cherki, yeah.
Cherki?
Yeah. Vlad is saying as well. Kone reminds me a bit of...
Yeah, guys, Wolverhampton made a big offer for Diarra in the last 2 days of the transfer window.
Can you tell me a bit more about this? What is this?
I prefer not to speak.
No, but come on.
No, I don't know, Beppe. Now we are playing with 3-5-2. In which position will you put Bernardeschi on the pitch? As a mezzala? I don't know.
But it makes no sense. Why?
Maybe you want to sign him on loan until the end of the season, but as a mezzala, because I don't think that will change the system for Bernardeschi. For the future, we have Mati Soulé, that he did another big match. I don't know, guys. Now, I want to be serious. Maybe if you play 3-4-3, 4-3-3, I can understand the strategy, especially if you can sign him just on loan. But with the currently formation, in terms of system, I don't know. I don't understand.
No, me neither. I don't know where that news is coming from. Then that he wants to come back on loan to Juve, I can't even understand it. But dai, Andy today he wants only jokes. It's Bernardeschi, ragazzi. It's not Megan Rapinoe. It's Bernardeschi.
Guys, in the life, the past is the past. I prefer to be focused on the present and the future.
Yeah, but I don't know if you are correct with that because 2 weeks ago you told me that you wanted Morata.
That's true.
You see?
But yeah,
you know, I like the player.
Of course, I would like to sign Cancelo tomorrow as well.
You see,
but
De Ligt.
Of course tomorrow De Ligt. But I was talking about world-class players.
You see, there is a difference.
Yeah. You know, you can say that with your ex-girlfriend. The past is the past, but then if you have the chance tomorrow that's true, Beppe. But no, to be honest, I don't know why there is this rumor.
Look, you give me the perfect assist, Rom. Conte, what was your feeling when you saw him with the home shirt of Juventus? You know, not as a reporter, not in Mercato, just you see him there. Well, how do you feel?
Do you want to kill me tonight? You know, Antonio, to be honest, it was at a Palazzo tour. Everyone were happy to see Antonio there. We're talking about a legend, a Juventus legend, Antonio, because he was our captain on the pitch. and they gave us the opportunity to come back to win when he was our coach. So for what he did for the story of this club, just huge respect. If you ask me in the future, Antonio, never say never, because Trapattoni left Juventus and then come back. The same for Marcello Lippi after Inter experience. Then Max Allegri. So maybe in the future, never say never. But in my personal opinion, in the future, I prefer to see something different. I would like to see in the future a foreign coach.
Yeah.
Or a young coach that it could become important at Juventus.
Amar is asking me, I believe already 10 times, can you ask Motta to Juve?
Guys, it's too early. It's very early. But as I said in several times, I like so much Thiago Motta because he likes to play a modern football, but he's pragmatic as well. So he's a very good coach, very solid coach, mentally and in terms of style of play.
Talk me about this legend. How was it to watch him live?
Dai ragazzi tutti in piedi, dai cantate insieme a noi. Zinedine, Zinedine, Zinedine Zidane. When I was a child and went to the Curva Sud, I remember perfectly this song. Zizou, Zizou, Zizou. Don't forget that we we lost a final against him, Cardiff, but Zizou is Zizou. I don't know, Beppe, if in this era, Juventus era, it could be potentially talking about speculation, the right profile. Because, we watched him with top players at Real Madrid, and if you can coach Casemiro, Sergio Ramos, Cristiano, Bale, so
Modric, yeah.
I don't want to say it's easy, but it's a different story. If you have to come here to create a new project, to work with young players, maybe you can do a lot of big signing during the summer. So, in my personal opinion, Zizou will try again to sign for the French national French team.
Oh, I give you a provocation.
I agree.
Like this.
I agree with them.
I give you an idea, Ram. Modric, he doesn't play at Real Madrid. He's not happy. Do you take him for free 6 months at Juve? January to June?
Also for one day. Guys, we are talking about Modric. Yeah, of course. Guys, as I said,
do you think that people will be happy, or you will see Juventini? He's too old. If he comes,
of course, both.
Yeah,
both sides. In the last days, I published on my YouTube channel a video in which I said, "Okay, guys, I agree with you. I would like to see Sule next summer at Juventus. I would like to see more Ealing playing during the season. I hope that Nicolosi will get minutes in the coming matches. But don't forget that with just young players, it's impossible to come back to win. You have to find the right mix, experienced players and young players. So, in the future, if you have the opportunity to sign, for example, Mkhitaryan is a free agent, as Inter did from AS Roma, that's important because you can improve the experience level of the team. You have to find the right balance.
This is a name that I don't believe. I don't believe.
At the moment, speculation.
Because
it's too expensive. He earns a lot.
60 million euro for the cartellino, for the value.
60 million euros.
Impossible. It's impossible. Then maybe I'm wrong, Aaron, but 6 months on loan to relaunch his career because he has no affinity with Ten Hag, to show him, metterlo in vetrina, to put him a bit in the window. Maybe, but Juventus signing Sancho for 60 million euro, I don't believe in it. Am I wrong, Rom?
No, you agree as always.
Who is the player that impressed you the most on the field in the 100-year celebration? Yeah.
Torricelli.
Yeah? The one-on-one against Del Piero, eh?
Yeah, he scored a beautiful goal.
Yeah.
And physically, he feels very good. Moreno now, I think that he's 15-2, 15-3, I don't know. But it was so impressive, guys. Moreno Torricelli is 15-3.
53. 53. 7 seasons with Juve, 9 titles, 3 scudetti, Coppa Italia, Supercoppa Italiana, Champions League, UEFA Cup, Supercoppa Europea, Intercontinentale, 230 games with Juve, 3 goals in Champions League, in Serie A 1, and in Coppa UEFA. And now he scored 1.
The question is, Torricelli is better than... I don't know.
Who?
a player that we have in the roster, and when he come back from his injury, he will play on the right back.
Wait, what is the number? What is the number of the shirt?
No, because I'm just joking, guys. I'm just joking because Moreno is very good. Dilivio as well. Antonio, Conte,
Dilivio already, he told me, because I was live with him, and I know that you did an interview with him as well. And he said to Ravanelli, to Ferrara, he said, Ciro, believe me, I am in top form. It was true. He was in top form.
Yeah. But I have to say that they were everyone so competitive.
Yeah.
Because when you are when you were a professional player, in your mind, you will be forever.
I agree.
So you continue to train, maybe to play with your friends, 5 against 5. But in your mind, if you do for 20 years a professional life, you will be forever a professional player.
I agree. This guy?
I don't want to cry during this live. I don't want to cry.
Edgar
was one of my favorite players when I was child, because he was unbelievable as a midfielder. If you are too young to understand that Edgar was one of our best midfielders in the history, you have to study the story. You have to study the story, because Edgar was unbelievable. If I have to say one of my favorite midfielders ever, all time at Juventus, I say Edgar and Arturo Vidal.
I remember I've put a 3-man midfield. Davids, Pirlo, and I had put Pogba.
The first Pogba was unbelievable. But Arturo, maybe his style of football, Arturo was because strong. He scored as a striker. He blocked as a defender. He was a midfielder. Creative as a trequartista. Maybe he was good enough to play on the goal. I don't know. But
what do you think about this one? Davids better than Zidane at Juventus.
At Palapitur?
No.
Generally?
At Juve, Davids, if you are looking at the career, Davids played 7 seasons, Zidane 5. But in his time at Juve,
they were some different players. Of course, I think that I don't know, guys, because what he did, Zizou, in terms of dribbling, the magie. He was a very creative, unbelievable trequartista. But I agree that Edgar was super because he played always at high level. Do you remember his last season at Juventus when he had some issues in terms of contract? Then he moved for 6 months to Barcelona.
Yeah,
I remember perfectly that Barcelona were, I think, in the middle of the table with Edgar in January. They did a big step, and they were so competitive with just one new player.
it's true. It's true.
And that
I
means
remember.
what Edgar was in that period.
Il boato, the celebration, un capitano, c'è solo un
Solo un
capitano.
capitano,
How was it
Alex.
live?
Alex, Alex is Juventus. Juventus are Del Piero. So, but the best emotional moment was at the 9 minutes for Gianluca Vialli.
I agree. Fantastic moment.
Very fantastic moment. All il Tour, the song "Oh Yo Yo," Luca Vialli segna per noi, the claps from the players.
Who? Because of course I was commenting the game, but I missed that information. Where did it come from? Was it prepared or did it come from the supporters?
The supporters. It was spontaneo, momento, a very moment. Come dice spontaneo in inglese?
It was not planned. It was spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
That was really beautiful.
Montero so iconic, so much emotion. That's true. Paolo, unbelievable person.
You know who was not great on the field? Conte. I saw a Conte that was really emotional.
And you know that in that day he was linked to Napoli.
I know.
Because Napoli have tried seriously to sign him, to appoint him for the to replace Garcia.
I had that question here. Yeah, I had the question prepared. Conte Napoli.
Matri scored an hat-trick.
Yeah, but Rom, it was the youngest one with Marchisio and Mandzukic. If they are 37, 39, and then you are playing against 50. Peruzzi was fantastic. Angelo, mamma mia. Oh, the big question, Rom.
Bye.
I don't know if you watched it again or not.
Yeah.
But the goal that is conceding for Del Piero, is it a bit like let him score or not?
No, because there was on block Barzagli.
Yeah, I think it was
a party. That was a big party, and Zizou was not 100%.
He was not great. I agree.
He missed the 2 big chances. I thought before the event that Zizou was one of the best technically.
Yeah, he was not. He was not at 100%. On the other side, he gave you 3 assists, hat-trick of assists he's giving you the ball, and you have to put it in a goal. Give me the message, Rom, that the Juventini they have to remember from that night, or you were there.
Our tradition, Beppe, our big story. I was there, and I was sat close alongside young people, old people, but we were there because we are a big family with a big story, and it's really important to do these events because you can understand so much better your story with Michel Platini, with Del Piero, with the other guys. So for a young supporter, it's super important to understand the story, the legend of this thing.
Trophy Temple, is it something? Is it an added value? Because I watch, I believe, 5 times the museum, and I know that the trophy room has always been
impressive.
Is great,
unbelievable. Is it something new? you go there, you can look with your eyes what happened, unfortunately, at the Zell. Then the 9 Scudetto in a row. Gianluca Vialli, Scirea, Fortunato. If you go to Turin, you have to visit this museum. As you have to visit Superga, because the story is the story.
Wasn't it better to organize it in the
Because
Allianz?
in my personal opinion, it was very difficult to sell around the 14.
You think it was difficult to have 40,000 people?
40,000 people. It was very difficult to do the sold out. Very, very difficult, because they did it during the week, on Tuesday night. You know that we have a lot of supporters from other cities. So, but in my personal opinion, Juventus will replay.
Yeah.
Maybe with the other story, with other concept, but I think that we see often this kind of events.
That's a good thing, because I always said what we are missing, maybe, and that was my biggest regret. My biggest regret was that it was on the 10th of October, because you have a lot of people on international break. Because what I believe was a key factor in the start of the 9 Scudetti in the cycle was that evening of the inauguration of the stadium. Of course, you can't inaugurate a stadium every year, but doing these kind of events for the players that they are there. Look at Vlahovic and the other one, they were taking selfies. I think it wakes up l'orgoglio, the pride to be Juventino.
Of course, and you have to understand that you are nothing.
Because to really beautiful one.
Because to be like this guy, those people, you have first of all to win, to score, to show that you can be considered a very top player, a legend at Juventus. That's not easy at all, because to be considered a legend at Juventus, you have to win squares in a row, to be a top player. So no one is bigger than that club, not just the team, the club.
There is a 93 that is asking, is it possible to see the replay? Yes, you can. So you have two things that you can see. Or you go on Juventus channel, you go on YouTube, and you go on the live, and you will see the whole event. I believe it was 3 hours with the ceremony and then the game. Or I believe, if I'm not wrong, that today they just put there only the games, the 2 games. So if you want to go fast, you go and you can watch it. Ragazzi, it's time. Rom, did we forget about something? I spoke about the ceremony, about the trophies, about a bit the Derby della Mole, Conte, Bernardeschi.
Next week we start our enjoying for the next match, because Milan-Juve will be a very crucial match. Of course, we try to understand the evolution of the Fagioli case, but in general, that what will happen with the Italian football, because I'm very scared. And we have a lot of things to do in the coming weeks, covering the potential mercato stuff. So, guys, we must be focusing and to try to be positive, but understand that it's really difficult, especially with every day this kind of rumors. But let's see, guys.
Congratulations to Yildiz for the debut.
Yeah, congrats, Kenan. He played, I think, around 5 minutes, but it was important to be with the first team.
Okay, last prediction, because I know that every time we have to speak about Sule. Sule, will he accept or not Italian national team? For me, I think no.
No. In my personal opinion, no, because he's a very Argentine player.
I agree, 100%. He's really Argentina. I agree.
So I think that he's a very good guy, and it's not very easy to reject maybe a potential bid from Italy. But he was born in Argentina. He grew up there. He played at Vélez. He did what he did with the under.
Yeah.
The unders
at the World Cup as well.
He did, I think, 2 or 2 stage with the first team with Messi. Yeah. He drinks mate.
True, it's true.
So, guys, I think that...
Look, Thomas is saying no one drinks mate with the azzurri. Maybe Retegui. I don't know. Maybe Retegui.
Beppe, you said that Sule with.
That's the question.
Can I change, guys? Can I say?
I wanted to give you the opportunity.
Because guys, he scored.
I said 5. You said 3. He's already at 2. Huh?
He scored already 2 goals,
and
he made 1 assist.
4 times the post in total.
4.
I think in total, yes.
3 or 4. So if I can change my prediction, I will do that.
10.
No, but 10.
How much? I say because you can't change every week, and now you have to take a
guys.
decision.
He scored 3 goals in the Serie A, all with the head.
Birov, Oliver Birov is the same.
4 pali ha già preso. Porca.
See? The first game he played, the game after, and now the game he did twice, huh? So 4 in total.
And he played just 6 games because during the first 2 games of the season he was
on the bench with Juve. True.
Grande Mattias.
So how many goals?
In my personal opinion, it's better if we will decide to play with the Argentina national team.
I agree. How many goals? Dai, you didn't say, huh? How many?
18.
That's too much.
No, 2, 4, 7, 8.
7. Dai. Raz, you write down, huh? Because then I will forget.
7.
Ragazzi, thank you.
Good night, guys.
And we see each other next week. Ciao, ciao.